Just finished watching All Our Fault and it was absolutely thrilling. It's telling from the name itself that the series is quote unquote her fault. Basically revolves around a woman whose child goes missing and really critiques how quick it is to blame it on women because they are seen as someone who is responsible to hold everything together. They are automatically seen as someone who has played the part, captures this dynamic so accurately that it almost feels uncomfortable. I'm always drawn to series that portray the resiliency of women, and this series does it so beautifully. Also, a very painfully accurate representation of the vast gap in marriage. To me, the missing child also is a metaphor for the missing freedom the and what the women are longing for. It's also their selves. Yes, this series is a crime series on the surface, but it is a true and deep source of mirror. Both Sarah Shook and Dakota Fanning also have done an incredible job. Both of their characters come from such a tumultuous family, and ironically, it's that shared trauma that brings them closer and they share this very deep, supportive friendship. By the end of the series, what really stayed stuck to me was how they end up salvaging themselves and finally reclaiming their dignity by standing up for themselves and no longer tolerating. It really explores trauma in such a deep human way, how each character carry their nagging bits and pieces and how they cope very differently in their unique circumstances. What I also really appreciated about the series is that the men are not outright villains, they are just shown in contrast to the women. Their flaws are not monstrous, but they reveal the gaps and expectations that the society places very uniquely on men and women. Detective Alcaraz, however, felt so refreshingly human to me, maybe because of his role as a parent in looking after his uniquely able son, Sam, that has given him this softness and tenderness in the way that he approaches the world and even deals with his suspect with so much dignity and respect. I also want to talk about the contrast between the characters Carrie and Peter, how trauma has shaped both of them very uniquely because of their accountability. Carrie often feels very out of place, and by the end of the series, we come to an understanding why she is the way she is and also sympathize with her. It is also sad how we as society perceive and treat women with trauma. Peter, on the other hand, he is fueled by self deception and remains largely unchanged. He refuses to acknowledge his own flaws and continues to perpetuate this cycle of limitation and stress for those around him. The contrast between these two characters is very deep, shows how each of their personal traumas led them to such actions and corrupt morality. This show also touches on neurological diversity like synesthesia and presents different cultural and moral lenses. We see people compromise, wrestle with the nuances, and ultimately reveals the messy, complicated side of being human. With all the twists, emotional layers, and shifting perspectives, this show managed to keep me on toes the entire time. It's really a story of pain, but ultimately the courage and what it takes to finally stand up for yourself.